our Sargent County Volleyball team. Parents, please meet your daughter out on the court as their names are called. First up, Emma Bixby, the daughter of Katie Bixby and Jeremy Bixby. Chloe Bogart, the daughter of Cole and Angie Bogart. Sydney Ellenberger, daughter of Mike and Angie Ellenberger. Julia Gebhardt, daughter of Laura Gebhardt and Jeff Clift. Liliana Lee, daughter of Nick and Jessica Lee. Sadie Newstill, daughter of Kelly and Liz Newstill. Thank you for your support of Bulldog Volleyball. Please join me in a round of applause for our seniors and their parents.
Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Gazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for a man, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to Milner, North Dakota, the site of tonight's Class B Region 1 girls volleyball contest between the Tri-State Tigers and the home team, the Sargent County Bulldogs. Here in the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth, I am Nick First, joined by my cameraman Connor Olson, and we are in for the regular season home finale for the Sargent County Bulldogs as they are looking to cap off their home schedule here with a win tonight over the Tri-State Tigers. As for Tri-State, they're coming into tonight's contest on their final road game of the regular season, looking to notch win number 1 on the season here on the road. Taking a look first at the visitors on the scoreboard, the Tri-State Tigers, they are coming into tonight's contest off a loss to the Central Cass Squirrels last Tuesday. They had previously played the Richland Colts the week prior, falling in that one 3-0. The Tigers are coached by head coach Liz Thielen, and taking a look at the starting rotation for the Tri-State Tigers here this evening, they are going to be led first by their freshman libero, wearing number 2, Kiara Westby. Followed by Westby, you have the senior outside hitter, middle hitter combo, number 3, Ava Kruger. At setter / defensive specialist is the junior wearing number 5, Cindy Perez. Another setter also playing outside hitter here for the Tigers this evening is the senior wearing number 6, Taylor Lawrence. Another setter also playing the right side hitter position is the senior wearing number 8, Isley Rabbithead. Another senior in the rotation is outside hitter, middle hitter wearing number 10, Shaylee Lawrence. And to round off the starting rotation for the Tigers is going to be the freshman middle blocker, right side hitter wearing number 16, Chloe Smith. The Tigers are coming into tonight's contest at the bottom of Region 1. If the season were to end today, they would be traveling to Tower City to take on the Maple River Raiders next Friday in the region play-in game. However, there are still plenty of very competitive matchups here, not only tonight. Make sure you go over and check all of those contests on your live event, because there's quite a few good ones that'll be something that we'll try and mention throughout the broadcast here, as those will have big implications for the play-in matchups in the future. But many big matchups for both of these teams to be looking for, and we'll try and highlight those throughout the evening. But if the season were to end today, the Tri-State Tigers would most likely be facing those Maple River Raiders next week. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs, they are coming into tonight's contest 12-10 overall on the season, 4-5 in Region 1 play. They're currently sitting at that number 7 seed in Region play. The Bulldogs are coached by head coach Jenna Anderson, and they're coming into tonight's contest after defeating Sisseton last night. That match went into 5 sets with the Bulldogs able to secure that victory on the road. And Sargent County is playing some of their best volleyball of the season, winners of 6 of their last 7 regular season matches. After falling to Northern Cass in a very exciting 4-set match last Thursday, that being the lone loss in the last 7 contests. The starting rotation here for Sargent County, as you may have noticed right at the end of the JV game before we kind of went to break there, it is senior night for the Sargent County Bulldogs, this being their last home game of the season. So rotation is going to look a little bit different here than maybe games that you have seen of Sargent County in the past. They're going to be starting with their senior defensive specialist, number 4, Chloe Bogart. A senior libero wearing number 5, Emma Bixby. A senior middle hitter wearing number 13, Lily Lee. A sophomore middle hitter wearing number 18, Mackenzie Nagowski. A senior defensive specialist wearing number 23, Julia Gebhardt. A senior setter wearing number 32, Sadie Newstall. And to round off the starting rotation for the Sargent County Bulldogs here this evening is the 6'3" sophomore middle hitter wearing number 34, Anang Dang. That'll do it here for the pregame show here from the MAC. We are going to step aside and we'll be back after the national anthem here on YourLiveEvent.com.
They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Needham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm, and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149. Needham Seeds Caledonia.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassiz Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassiz Precision Ag.
You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassiz Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is your local LG Seeds and Dairyland seed dealership. They offer the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans along with alfalfa. Anderson Seed Farms is also a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred Spring Wheat Seed, which was the top-grown spring wheat in North Dakota last year. If you'd like to know more about these industry-leading products, contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at 701-724-3601 or check out AndersonSeedFarms.com.
Sargent Central Public School, helping others create themselves, things, and opportunities. It's home to a variety of wonderful opportunities, including a 24/7, 365 community wellness center, a 3rd through 12th grade smart lab, free pre-kindergarten, 1-to-1 student devices, and 12 weeks paid parental leave. For more information, please visit sargentcentral.org. Good luck, athletes, and good luck, Sargent County Bulldogs. Together is Central.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Outside hitter wearing number 3, the senior Ava Kruger. At center, number 5, junior Cindy Perez. And outside hitter number 6, the senior Taylor Lawrence. At the center wearing number 8, the senior Isley Rabbithead. At the middle hitter wearing number 10, the senior Shelly Lawrence. And at right side here, wearing number 16, the freshman, Chloe Smith. The Tigers are coached by head coach Liz Steele and assisted by Spencer Owen and Courtney Madsen. And
now for the home team on the scoreboard, your Sargent County Bulldogs. Starting at defensive specialist at 5'6", senior number 4, Chloe Bogart. At libero, the 5'4", senior number 5, Emma Bixby. At middle here, the 5'10", senior number 13, Liliana Lee. At another middle hitter, the 5'9", sophomore number 18, Mackenzie Nagowski. At defense specialist, the 5'4", senior number 23, Julia Gebhardt. At center, the 5'7", senior number 32, Sadie Newstall. And at right side here, the 6'3", sophomore number 34, Anand Deng. The Bulldogs are coached by head coach Jenny Anderson, assisted by Anna Harless and Kenzie Nicolau.
All right, once again, the starting lineups for both of the teams going into the contest here this evening. The starting rotation for the Tri-State Tigers: Kiara Westby, Ava Kruger, Cindy Perez, Taylor Lawrence, Isley Rabbit-Head, Shelly Lawrence, and Chloe Smith. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs: Chloe Bogart, Emma Bixby, Lily Lee, Mackenzie Nagowski, Julia Gebhardt, Sadie Newstall, and Anang Dang. And senior night is just about to get underway here for the Sargent County Bulldogs. Looking to send these seniors off with a victory here this evening, as the Tri-State Tigers looking for victory number 1 on the season, trying to play spoiler here on the road. So Nagowski will be the first to sit for the Bulldogs, as the libero Emma Bixby will come in. See the floor on senior night. Back to serve for Tri-State is Cindy Perez, and she's going to get an ace to get the party started here for the Tigers, as Gebhardt unable to get to that in the back row. The next serve is also going to be an ace for Cindy Perez. Perez, the junior setter / defensive specialist, starting in the back row here this evening. We'll see if she ends up making her way to the front. But once again, another ace. So 3 aces to get everything started here for Perez, hoping to keep it rolling. Bixby able to put this one in play. Newstall, and a little miscommunication there between Bixby and Lee, so that's going to be 4 quick points for Tri-State, as Perez continuing to serve, her 5th serve coming up here, as that's going to be just a little strong out of play, and a side out for Sargent County. So coming into the game is the junior number 22, Carly Cadoon, one of the usual starters for head coach Anderson. So Lee back to serve. That was Shelly Lawrence. Smith and Kruger help get it over for the Tigers. This is Newstall out to Bogart. And good job there by Lawrence, able to get to it. And once again, Kruger, and that was Rabbit-Head on the outside, able to get it. Tipped at the net, and that's going to be a kill for Carly Cadoon, coming into the game off the bench and getting started right away. So Lee's second serve upcoming for number 13. As that was Taylor Lawrence, Rabbit-Head. Back to, I believe that was Kruger, but they're going to call number 22, Carly Cadoon, in the net, trying to go for that block attempt. And Lee will take his seat. Charlie Wilprecht into the game for the Bulldogs. Back to serve is Ava Kruger. Her serve handled by Wilprecht. Cadoon passes it over to Bogart. Lawrence, Rabbit Head. Cadoon hits that one over into Shally Lawrence. Rabbit Head. That is Smith, and this time Cadoon able to block it, but good return there by Tri-State, and Cadoon is gonna get another kill as unable to get the dig is Shally Lawrence. As Dang will take a seat, freshman Mallory Bogart, younger sister to Chloe Bogart, in to serve, and her first serve goes a little strong, and that's going to be a side out for Tri-State. So in for the Tigers is number 18. I do not see that on my call sheet, so I'll try and get that name as 18 in for the serve and goes into the net. As coming in for the first time this evening is the libero, Kiara Westby. Also coming in for the Bulldogs was Mackenzie Nagowski as Westby, Kruger, and Perez unable to get that one over from out of play. So Chloe Bogart now back to serve for Sargent County. Shally Lawrence, Rabbit Head. This is Taylor Lawrence hitting it over. Mallory Bogart, Newstall, Cadoon with a tip, and that time, good decision by Cadoon to put some touch on that one as the Lawrences were up for the block and just able to tip it up and over that attempt. So tied up at 6 apiece, now make it a Bulldog lead, 7-6. So after trailing 4-0 to start the contest, a 7-2 scoring run for Sargent County. Chloe Bogart continuing to serve. Kruger, Rabbit Head. This is Shally Lawrence, and deflected at the net, but that's going to be a kill for Shally Lawrence, her first. So coming into the game for the Tigers, number 17, McKenna Carl. And Bixby coming back in for Chloe Bogart. And just able to get to it is Bixby. Good job by Bixby and Cadoon, able to get that serve from Isley Rabbit Head over. And that time unable to get to it is Bixby. I believe Wilprecht got a hand on it, but there might have been a tip in the front row. So the senior Isley Rabbit Head with another serve upcoming. Tigers leading by 1 early on here in set number 1. Good job by Bixby to pop that one up. And Cadoon hits that into the net. Serve from Rabbit Head, and good decision there by Bixby, allowing that to sail out of play. As Lee will come in for Wilprecht, Carly Cadoon back to serve for Sargent County. As Westby unable to get to that one as it ricochets and hits off the back wall. That's going to be an ace for Carly Cadoon. As Westby will take a seat. And another ace for Cadoon as the Bulldogs lead here 10-9. Substitution coming in. Chloe Smith coming in for Tri-State. Continuing to serve is Carly Cadoon. Shally Lawrence, Taylor Lawrence back to Shally, and able to get to it is Bixby. Newstall, Cadoon from the back row, deflected at the net, and that's going to fall. Good job there from Carly Cadoon, able to adjust and get the kill this time from the back row, usually playing up near the net. Another serve upcoming for 22. Lawrence, and that was Carl hitting it over. Good job by Sargent County, and instead they're going to say we got a player in the net. I believe they called Newstall. It might have been Nagowski too. Not entirely sure what number was signaled, but nevertheless, player in the net, side out for Tri-State, and just getting that up and over the net is Taylor Lawrence, as she has tied this up at 11 apiece midway through our opening set. Bixby, this is Newstall out to Lee, and able to just keep that in play down the line is Lily Lee. I believe Kiara Westby just substituted back in. Not sure which Tiger went to the bench. Rabbit Head out to Kruger. And a little strong that time from Ava Kruger. Serve here from Sadie Newstall. Westby, Rabbit Head out to Shelly Lawrence, and that left-handed swing. No good, and she makes sure to assure her teammate that that was a good set, just unable to get to it. Taylor Lawrence, Rabbit Head, and McKenna Carl too strong there. So Sargent County now leading by 4, their largest lead here of the opening set. Another serve from Newstall, Shelly Lawrence. Rabbit Head back to Lawrence, and they're going to call Lawrence in the net, but that hit went out of play regardless, so Newstall continuing to serve. Kruger, Rabbit Head, Taylor Lawrence hitting it over. Good job by Kadoon, able to slide in and get to that one. Bixby from the back row, and Shelly Lawrence with the block kind of caught Lee off guard there at that middle hitter position, and kind of fell just past her face. So Lawrence, fresh off the block, now back to serve for the Tigers. Left-handed jump serve, just too strong as that sails out the back of play. As Chloe Bogart and Anang Dang will substitute back in for Sargent County. Emma Bixby back to serve. Nagowski and Mallory Bogart, the two Bulldogs who went to the bench. Serve from Bixby goes into the net, and Cindy Perez is going to come back in to serve. She got the game started with 4 straight points, 3 of those being aces from the Tigers junior. And this time, Kadoon able to get to that one. Lee hits it over. Good job by Rabbit Head, able to get to that one. Taylor Lawrence and Shelly Lawrence contribute to get that one over, but just too strong out of play. Good job by Kadoon and Bixby letting that one go past them. Serve here from Lee. Perez is going to be called for a lift, so we're going to have an ace for Liliana Lee. Another serve here from Lee. Again, Perez this time able to get to it. And Rabbit Head unable to hit that one over. So Sargent County now leading here 20-13. Lawrence, Rabbit Head, and Perez hitting that one over. Newstall setting up Kadoon, and Carly Kadoon able to hammer that one through. Big kill that time for Carly Kadoon. Sargent County up big here in our opening set. Serve here from Lee. Perez hits that one over, too strong. Bogart, Newstall back to Bogart, and Bogart puts some touch on it and deflected by Isley Rabbit Head, but that's going to deflect into the officials' stand. Serve from Lee. Perez, Taylor Lawrence back to Shelly Lawrence, and she hits on top of that one, hits it down into the net. Perez, Rabbit Head, Lawrence, deflected by Kadoon, and unable to help it is Newstall, as Charlie Wolprecht will come in. Lee had about 6 or 7 serves there. Good job by the senior Liliana Lee. Able to help her team get out to such a large margin. Dang, and Bixby get it over, and somehow Bixby able to get that to land just in front of Cindy Perez, and we've got set point here for Sargent County as Mallory Bogart will come in to try and put this one away. Lawrence and Kadoon with the block tip tap, and that is going to do it for our opening set as Sargent County, after trailing 4-0 to get everything started, they were able to claim victory 25-14. We'll step aside. You'll be right back on yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Sargent County able to come out to a commanding win 25-14 in that opening set. Long serving run by Liliana Lee. Went on about a 6-7 point streak there for Sargent County, helping them get out to that large lead, and they ended up winning by 11, which was their largest margin throughout that opening set. Lee will go back to serve here for Sargent County to get the second set started. We'll try and get everyone who's out on the floor here in just a second, as that's going to be a block from Anong Dang. The 6'3" sophomore definitely using her height to her advantage there. As the opening point this time goes to Sargent County. Perez to Taylor Lawrence, popping that one over. Bixby passes it to Newstall. This is Lee from the back row, and they're going to say that that was deflected off of, I believe that was Kiara Westby it was. So deflected off of the Tigers. Point for Sargent County. Good job there by Isley Rabbithead. Perez to Lawrence. Good job by Bixby. Comes sliding in there. And then low line drive hit over Lawrence, and we have a disagreement between the official here on the floor. Top official ruled that a replay, my limited volleyball knowledge calls that a jump ball, but that's more of a a basketball term. Nonetheless, we're going to be playing over, and Kadoon deflected there at the net, and they're going to call a player in the net, and I believe that was Shelly Lawrence. So Lawrence called for one of those plays in the net in the opening set. So Lee continuing to serve here. Kruger hitting that one over. Bogart, Kadoon trying to hit that over in two, and you could see that her reaction after hitting that one was, yeah, I usually can get those. So to the bench is Lee. Charlie Wilprecht coming in. Cindy Perez back to serve for Tri-State. Newstall to Bixby, and that's going to be a kill for Emma Bixby, as Dang will go to the bench. Mallory Bogart coming in to serve for Sargent County. So on the floor right now for the Tigers, you have Kiara Westby, Cindy Perez, Ava Kruger, Taylor and Shelly Lawrence, and Isley Rabbithead, as that's going to deflect off of Ava Kruger. And on the floor right now for Sargent County, Emma Bixby, Chloe Bogart, Charlie Wilprecht, Sadie Newstall, Carly Kadoon, and Mallory Bogart, who just served and gets an ace. So on senior night, the freshmen continuing to serve here. This time Kruger able to get to it. Rabbithead out to Taylor Lawrence. And good job there by Chloe Bogart, able to get to it as Bixby hits it over. Rabbithead now to Taylor Lawrence, and that's going to be too strong from Taylor Lawrence, as we have a timeout called on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Bank North. Good sportsmanship is a valuable trade that goes far beyond the game. For Bank North is achieved by helping our customers pursue their dreams and financial goals while supporting and improving our great rural communities. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. We'll be right back. Sargent County leading 7-1 in set number 2.
School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
7-1, Sargent County leading here in the second set, being up 1-0. That timeout brought to you by Bank North was called by the Tri-State Tigers. So Bogart, her serve, Westby handles that one. Rabbithead back to Shelly Lawrence, and Wilprecht goes for it as it deflects off of her. And Wilprecht is going to take a seat, as for the first time here this evening, we're going to see the sophomore number 3, Caitlin Wangler, back to serve for the Tigers, Taylor Lawrence. Kadoon, Newstall, and this is Bixby, and too strong that time from Emma Bixby. Another serve here from Taylor Lawrence. And good job there by Ava Kruger, able to get the block as that was going over the net on the serve received by Mallory Bogart. So point for the Tigers, and Taylor Lawrence continuing to serve. Bixby, Newstall out to Kadoon, and that's going to be out of play there from Kadoon. So after the timeout, the Tigers have trimmed into the deficit here, trailing now just by 2 early on in set number 2, as Lawrence, that's Mallory Bogart, Newstall to Chloe Bogart, deflected there, but good job by Taylor Lawrence, and that one goes into the net, and that's going to be a side out for Sargent County. Mackenzie Nagowski coming in. Emma Bixby will take a seat while Chloe Bogart serves for Sargent County. Shelly Lawrence, Rabbithead, hits that one over, and unable to get to it is Chloe Bogart. Maybe deflected by Nagowski there at the net, but Bogart will take a seat. Bixby will come back in. And Shelly Lawrence will now go back to serve for Tri-State. Left-handed jump serve here from Lawrence, handled by Mallory Bogart. Newstall back to Kadoon. Deflected there at the net, and maybe a miscommunication there between Bixby and Kadoon, as the Tigers trail now by just 1. So 6-1 scoring run here for the Tigers, as Lawrence, her serve is going to be an ace as that deflects off Wangler and makes its way all the way to the top row here in the MAC, as we're now tied up at 8 apiece. So 1-7-1 run followed by another. Let's see who breaks this tie at 8 all. Newstall is going to hit that one out of play. So Tri-State from down 7 now up 1. They're going to force a timeout, brought to you by Bank North, as Tri-State leads in this one 9-8.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
9-8 the score here, coming off of the timeout. As came out of the timeout a little bit early, so the clock was still going. Don't need that to go off during play, so just made sure we got it paused. And here comes Shelly Lawrence, as that's going to deflect off the top of the net, and that's going to be another ace for Shelly Lawrence, as Newstall and Kadoon both turned around waiting for that to sail into the back row. And that one just too strong from Shelly Lawrence, and that'll finally stop the bleeding here for Sargent County, as Carly Kadoon will go back to serve. Liliana Lee in for Wangler. And the serve here from Kadoon is going to be an ace, as Perez and Taylor Lawrence both went for it, deflected off of one of them, back and out of play. As Coach Thielen asks Lawrence to shift over just a little bit, and that time Lawrence is able to get to it, as Taylor Lawrence hits it over. Bixby passes it up to Newstall, and Lee deflecting off of Taylor Lawrence, and that's going to be a kill for Liliana Lee. Lee making her case early on here in this match for our Enbridge player of the game. Definitely something to watch for as we progress through the match. Rabbit Head back to Shelly Lawrence. Kadoon pops it up, passes it to Newstall. This is out to Bixby. Might have tipped off the top of the net. Perez to, I believe that was Smith, it was. Newstall to Nagowski. And too strong there from Mackenzie Nagowski. As for the first time this evening, Nevaeh Hamling, number 15 for Tri-State, coming in. And Julia Gebhardt coming back in for Sargent County. So Isley Rabbit Head back to serve. Bixby passes it up to Newstall. This is out to Lee. And this time Lawrence able to get to it. Rabbit Head pushes it over, and Gebhardt unable to get to it. So second serve upcoming here for Isley Rabbit Head. The senior low knuckler over. Hemling, Kruger, Rabbit Head hitting that one over. Bixby, now good chance for the Bulldog offense. Lee, and good dig there by Taylor Lawrence. Rabbit Head and trying to push that over with Shelly Lawrence. And that's going to be a side out for Sargent County. So Sadie Newstall back to serve. Lawrence. Lee, good decision there by Lee to set that one up. And Mallory Bogart put some touch on it. Good job by, I think that was Rabbit Head who came sliding in for Tri-State. This time Bogart with the hit. Rabbit Head over to Kruger. And Ava Kruger unable to hit that one over. Lawrence, this is Rabbit Head out to Kruger. Gebhardt passes it up to Newstall. This is Mallory Bogart, maybe deflected off the net. Yes, it was a deflection off the net, not off of that front line of Tri-State. So goes out of play, side out, and now Ava Kruger is going to go back to serve for the Tigers. Good decision there by Bixby and Gebhardt to let that one go out of play. As Nagowski will take a seat, Bogart will come in, Bogart will sit out, and Anong Dang will also come back in for the Bulldogs as that serve from Bixby too strong. McKenna Carl coming back in for Chloe Smith, and Carl will go back to serve now for the Tigers. Tied up here at 14 midway through set number 2. Bixby, Newstall to Lee. Good job there by Lee, able to stay out of the net. Rabbit Head sets up Lawrence, and Bixby with the dig. Newstall out to Chloe Bogart. And that was deflected, and somehow both Dang and Gebhardt were able to team up and hit that one over. Lee sets up Bogart. Bogart puts some touch on it. Good rally here from both teams. Lawrence deflected at the net. Lee punches it up. And after trying to hit it out of the net was Chloe Bogart, and Bixby unable to fly in. So Tri-State able to win that long rally. Let's see if they're able to use that to their advantage as they lead here midway through 15-14. Lee, as that's going to deflect into the net. As we have a substitution here for Sargent County. Gebhardt will take a seat. Cadoon will come back in. So McKenna Carl continuing to serve for the Tigers, leading here 16-14. Newstall setting up Bixby. Good job by Carl. Rabbit Head back to Carl. Newstall sets up Lee. Lee pushes that one over, deflects off of Ava Kruger. And that'll be a sign out for Sargent County as Kiara Westby comes back in. McKenna Carl will take a seat. Liliana Lee back to serve. And that's an ace for Liliana Lee as Kiara Westby unable to get to that one. This time Westby able to get to it. Setting up Cadoon. Cadoon puts some touch on it, and they're going to call that one in play. So just able to catch a sliver of the boundary line is Cadoon. So Lee continuing to serve. And Westby unable to pass that one up. And Hamling also unable to help her there. So another ace for Lee. Kruger, Rabbit Head, Lawrence, and Shelly Lawrence with the kill. So Wengler coming in for Lee. In for Hamling is number 5, Cindy Perez. As a serve here from Perez, passed up by Bixby. Newstall out to Cadoon. Cadoon winds up and gets the kill. Good job there by Carly Cadoon, able to kind of hang up in the air there and make good contact. Usually on those, if you mistime that jump just a little bit, that could be the game changer between getting a kill or hitting that one into the net. As good play there by Cadoon, able to get the block, and they're going to call a lift as I'm not sure if that was Perez or maybe Rabbit Head who was trying to play that off of the block, being called for the lift. Kruger, Rabbit Head, and Rabbit Head bumped into Perez. Not sure exactly who that set was going to. There was a couple of Tigers in the area. Perez, Kruger, and Rabbit Head hits that one into the net. Serve here from Bogart, Perez, Westby, and Charlie Lawrence hitting it over. Newstall setting up Cadoon, deflected and out of play. So another kill for Carly Cadoon. Westby somehow punched over. I'm not sure if I think that was Taylor Lawrence, and we're going to have a lift call. Not entirely sure. That might have been Charlie Lawrence that lift was called on. We're going to have a set point for Sargent County here, leading 24-17. Rabbit Head to Lawrence. Wangler and Bixby just able to get that one over. Rabbit Head setting up Charlie Lawrence again. Bixby, good dig there. Passes up to Newstall. Bogart, Westby, Rabbit Head, and Rabbit Head unable to set it up outside to the near side, Taylor Lawrence, and that is going to be a point for Sargent County, and that's going to be a set 2 victory. Sargent County leading, and this one 2-0. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
(25-17), the final score there in set number 2. Set number 3 just about to get underway as Sargent County leads in this 2-0. Welcome back into the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. I'm Nick Furch, joined by my cameraman Connor Olson for the final time here for this 2024 volleyball season. Want to give a big shout out to Connor Olson, even though he's not listening to me currently, doing a good job helping me out all season long. So to get started here in set number 3, Cindy Perez is going to be back to serve for the Tigers. Also on the floor, Ava Kruger, Kiara Westby, Isley Rabbit Head, Taylor Lawrence, and Shally Lawrence. As for the Bulldogs on the floor, Chloe Bogart, Emma Bixby, Lily Lee, Carly Cadoon, Sadie Newstall, and Anong Dang. As Bixby, Newstall, and Lee. And just able to get that up and over Bixby there in the back row was Shally Lawrence, so that's going to get the scoring started here. Perez, this is Bixby able to get 2 of that time. And good job there by Bogart, but deflected by Rabbit Head, tipped over by Lee. And just able to slide and stay away from it is Sadie Newstall. As I think every one of her teammates on the floor was yelling at her to let that one go as Lee serves, deflects off of Perez, but Westby able to get to it, and Lawrence just able to hit it over, but Dang hits it, and it goes out of play. It wasn't able to tell if that was one that possibly was going to land in play or not, but Anong Dang got an arm out there trying to deflect it up into play. So we have Caitlin Wengler coming in for Liliana Lee, and back to serve is number 6, Taylor Lawrence. Lawrence popped up by Chloe Bogart. Newstall out to Cadoon. Cadoon pushes that one over and able to hit it in the back outside corner was Carly Cadoon, and we're going to have a side out as Mallory Bogart comes in to serve. Taking a seat is Anong Dang. Serve from Bogart. That is Kiara Westby, and that's going to be an ace for Mallory Bogart. Another serve upcoming here for Bogart. That is Taylor Lawrence. Rabbit head out to Kruger. Deflected at the net, and that's going to fall to the floor. That's a kill for Ava Kruger. As Chloe Smith will come back in. Kiara Westby taking a seat. Back to serve is number 10, Shelly Lawrence. As Lawrence maybe missed time that jump serve as she hits that one into the net. So Nagowski coming in, Chloe Bogart back to serve, and Bixby will take a seat. And that's going to be an ace for Chloe Bogart, as Taylor Lawrence unable to dig that one out. Another serve here from Bogart, this time handled by the Tigers. This is Kruger, deflected. Good job by Newstall, able to get to it. And Mallory Bogart passes it up, or sets it up to Nagowski, and Nagowski unable to get to it. So Chloe Bogart will take a seat. Nevaeh Hamling coming in for the Tigers as Cindy Perez will head to the bench. Isley Rabbit back to serve. And Bixby able to get to that one. Newstall back to Cadoon, and Carly Cadoon with a missile, unable to get to it is Taylor Lawrence. I don't think there's many players playing back row who are going to be able to get to that one. Good hit there by Carly Cadoon, as she's now going to go back to serve as Wengler will take a seat. And miscommunication there between Nevaeh Hamling. I think she was waiting for a setter to come over. And that's going to be an ace for Cadoon, and Shelly Lawrence unable to get to it. Lawrence this time able to pop it up. Rabbit head out to Kruger, deflected at the net, but good pass there by Cadoon. Newstall to Bixby, deflected at the net. Good job by Lawrence, able to pass it up. This is Kruger again. Bixby again able to pass it forward. Mallory Bogart punched up, and Isley Rabbit running into Nevaeh Hamling. As what had been a pretty solid rally up to that point. It's in the wrong spot that time. And Chloe Smith, good job by Cadoon, able to get to it. Bixby hitting it over. Rabbit Smith, and Rabbit calls for it, hits it over. Bixby passes it up to Newstall. Nagowski hits it off the top of the net, but it's going to deflect out of play on the far side. So back to serve is Ava Kruger. Mallory Bogart, and just as we had seen a couple plays prior on the Tri-State side, Newstall ran into Nagowski trying to chase that one down. Coming in for Sargent County is Julia Gebhardt as Kadoon will take a seat. Another serve out coming here for Kruger. And Mallory Bogart hits that one over Smith. Lawrence. Gebhardt passes it. Bixby passes it up front, and Nagowski unable to hit that one over. Lead cut down now to just 2. In a very similar spot as the second set there, as it had been a opening frame of runs in set number 2. Good pass there by Gebhardt. Bixby to Newstall, and just out of play by Newstall. So 9-8 Sargent County hanging on here early on in set number 3. As another serve from Kruger. Low line drive that time goes into the net. So 10-8 our score. Sadie Newstall's serve. Rainbow is over. Rabbit Head to, I believe that was Smith who came in for the hit attempt. Nagowski this time able to get it over. Rabbit Head to Taylor Lawrence, and just unable to get to it as Bixby came diving in, deflected off of Newstall, and Gebhardt had to come sliding in to just try and keep that in play. So heading to the bench is Chloe Smith. McKenna Carl coming in to serve for the Tigers, trailing here by 1. Down 2-0 on the road, and Bixby unable to get to that one, as that's going to be an ace for McKenna Carl, and we're tied up at 10-all. Carl, this time Bixby able to get to it. This is Lee, and that's going to be hit out of play by Lee, going out of play here on this near side. As we're going to have a timeout called here by the Bulldogs, brought to you by Bank North. We'll be right back on your live event as the Tigers lead 11-10.
District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
11-10 the score here. Tri-State leading over Sargent County, but trailing 2-0. As McKenna Carl continuing to serve for Tri-State. Bixby pops that one up. Gebhardt, and Bixby has to backwards bump that one over. Shallie Lawrence. Good job by Bixby hitting it over, deflecting off the net. Gave Mallory Bogart a chance. And there she's able to pop it over. Good opportunity here for the Tigers. Taylor Lawrence. Pass up there by Gebhardt. Newstall to Lee. And Lee tries to lollipop push it over. I think that was a good decision by Kruger to attempt to get to it. I think that was going to land just in front of the line judge. As Chloe Bogart and Anong Dang come in. As well as for the Tigers, I believe that was Kiara Westby who came in. Lee, again going for that corner right by the line judge. Bixby, Newstall, somehow able to stay out of the net is Newstall. And blocked there by Dang. As Anong Dang able to use all 6'3" to help get the block there. Serve here from Bixby. That is Westby. Now Taylor Lawrence back to Kiara Westby. Bogart, Newstall, and Bixby too strong this time. Cindy Perez coming in. Nevaeh Hamling will take a seat. Serve here from Perez. Handled by Bogart. Newstol to Lee. And Perez able to pop that one up. Kruger, Shally Lawrence, and Lawrence with the kill there, as that's going to land just on this near side corner of the Bulldogs, as the Tigers now lead 13-12. Gebhardt, Lee, and Bixby. Rabbit Head hits it over. Bixby, good pass up to Newstol. This is Lee again going for that push to the backside, deflected off of Westby. As Lee did a good job and has done a good job here in his last couple attempts, instead of going for the big hit, just putting some touch on it, trying to get it to land in the corner. So Julia Gebhardt will take a seat. Carly Cadoon is in and immediately gets it set up to her, deflected, and that's going to be another kill for Carly Cadoon. Cadoon having a good night here. Another serve upcoming for Lee. Lawrence, Rabbit Head, out to Taylor Lawrence, deflected by Cadoon. Good play by Rabbit Head. And this time, Shally Lawrence, they're going to say that was out of play. I thought that maybe that landed in play. I guess I looked away too soon, but that's why we've got an official and a line judge out there. They got their eyes all on it, as that's going to be an ace for Liliana Lee. As Sargent County now leading here by 3, 16-13. And just unable to get the lucky bounce off of the net, as that's going to land on the Bulldog side, as Lee will take a seat. Caitlin Wangler coming in. Back to serve is number 6, Taylor Lawrence. Bixby, this is Newstol, out to Cadoon. Good deflection there by Rabbit Head, as that's going to be Cadoon who's coming in for the hit attempt. Another serve upcoming here for Taylor Lawrence. And this time Lawrence mishits that one as it goes out of play on the far sideline. And Mallory Bogart coming in. Serve here from Bogart, low line drive, and just unable to get it over is Perez, as it deflected initially off of Westby, then Taylor Lawrence got a hand on it before Perez was the last Tiger to attempt. Westby unable to get to it, and that's another ace for the freshman Mallory Bogart. Mallory Bogart having herself a solid game serving for the Bulldogs. As we had a substitution there, as Westby took a seat. I believe that was Chloe Smith who just came in, and maybe just a quick encouragement by head coach Thielen here, getting her libero back on the floor. And Mallory Bogart, ace after ace after ace for the freshman, as the Bulldogs now lead here 21-15. Bogart looking to close this out all by herself. Westby this time able to pass it up. Rabbit Head back to Taylor Lawrence. Lawrence pops it up and over. Bogart, Newstol to Cadoon, and too strong this time by Carly Cadoon. So Smith and Westby flip-flop bench in play. Shally Lawrence back to serve, trailing 21-16. Low line drive. Good dig there by Caitlin Wangler, as Chloe Bogart hits it up and over. Lawrence, Rabbit Head out to Kruger, and Ava Kruger unable to hit that one over, as Bixby will take a seat. And Chloe Bogart will go back to serve. And that hit attempt by Chloe Smith goes into the net. Back to serve again is Chloe Bogart. It's that one over. Shally Lawrence, Rabbit Head. Back to Lawrence, and too strong that time, as we've got match point here for Sargent County. And Coley Bogart looking to close out senior night as Taylor Lawrence, Perez, and Rabbit Head hits it over. Bogart, Newstall, and Kadoon is able to get that one to go, and that'll do it here on senior night for the Bulldogs as they are able to defeat the Tri-State Tigers in straight sets. The final set being 25-16. We'll step aside, and we'll be back with our post-game coverage as well as a look around Region 1 as we are starting to wrap up the regular season here in the state of North Dakota. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Well, 25-16, the final score there in that third set as Sargent County able to defeat the Tri-State Tigers in 3 sets. That final will move the Bulldogs back to 500, 5-5 overall in region play. The Tigers dropping 0-10 in region play. Welcome back into the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. Stock Growers Bank, your small town bank and big time partner with the Stock Growers mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. Looking at some of the scores from around Region 1. We have the Central Cass Squirrels currently leading 2-0 over the Kindred Vikings, going 25-23 and 25-21 in sets 1 and 2 respectfully. The Hankinson Pirates looking to pull off an upset against the Wyomere Lidgerwood Warbirds, as they're currently leading 2-0, but the Warbirds are leading in set number 3, 16-7. The Warbirds, I believe, are currently kind of in that 3-5 spot in region play, where the Pirates are right now fighting to hopefully host a play-in game with just a week left in the regular season. The Oak Grove Grovers and Maple River Raiders are tied at a set apiece. Oak Grove able to take the opening set. Maple River Raiders able to win 28-26 in the second set. Grover's currently leading in set number 2. Northern Cass able to beat Lisbon in straight sets. And that looks to be all that I have for updates for Region 1. The Richland Colts and Enderlin Eagles are also playing this evening, but haven't seen or heard a score from that matchup yet. As we look ahead for the final week of the regular season, first we'll take a look at the Tri-State Tigers as they are going to be heading back home for their regular season finale to host the Enderlin Eagles next Monday. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, depending on who gets that 5 seed in Region 1 is most likely where the Tigers are going to be playing. As prior to tonight's contest, there was a possibility for the Tigers to overtake the Lisbon Broncos in region play. With the loss here this evening, I believe that shores up the Broncos at 11, Tigers at 12. But nonetheless, the Tigers most likely are going to be playing that 5 seed, which currently is the Maple River Raiders, all depending on some of the outcomes here in the final week of the season. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs, this is their final home game. As we mentioned, they're going to be going up to Lisbon to play near-town rival Broncos on Monday. Once again, just depending on how everything shakes out right now, Sargent County kind of hanging out in that middle territory. 7 seed coming in. Could possibly move up to a 6 seed. But right now it looks like it is almost a guaranteed lock for the Bulldogs to be hosting a play-in game next week on Friday. Now at this time, we are going to take a look at our Enbridge player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Make sure you visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. And no better way to end your senior season or to have your senior night than to win the Enbridge player of the game. And that honor goes to the senior middle hitter wearing number 13, Liliana Lee, as Lee seemed to be the main player back to serve over some of those long runs that Sargent County had, but also had a great game at the net, not only defensively but offensively as well. So congratulations to our Enbridge player of the game, Liliana Lee. And that'll do it here from the Milner Activity and Community Center as the Sargent County Bulldogs move to 5-5 in region play, 13-10 overall on the season. For the last time here this regular season, I am Nick Furch, Connor Olson behind the camera. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you head to yourliveevent.com to see all the upcoming action, as well as take a peek at some of the playoff football contests that are going on around the state, as we're starting to get closer to that Dakota Bowl for the all 9-man and 11-man football classes, as well as region volleyball is going to be getting started here before you know it. So make sure you head to yourliveevent.com. Look up that schedule. Once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your evening.